Welcome everybody to Extreme Off-Road Silly Builds, and today we're dealing with a 1983 GMC Vandura G1500. Now this has a 980 horsepower, 821 pounds-feet of torque, 7 litre twin turbocharged V8 engine, and the car itself weighs 4,001 pounds. It's got all-wheel drive, off-road tyres and off-road suspension, and it can do 0 to 60 in 3.366 seconds, 0 to 100 in 6.999 seconds, and going to a top speed of 190 miles an hour. So yeah, this has really been chosen because we obviously did the Ford Transit not long ago, so I thought let's take the only other van on this game and see which is best out of the two. So yeah, let's just see what this GMC can do. We've got it in the A-Team livery as well, with the spoiler and the front bumper, etc. This car didn't have all that much power originally. It had less than 200 horsepower. It did have a V8, but it was fairly weak. So yeah, far more power, far bigger V8. Now turbocharged as well. Means this car's packing plenty of power and plenty of punch. Certainly a lot quicker than it was originally. It's going to be interesting to see how it can handle with the course in its entirety. So far though, it's doing okay. We're getting for the water in terms of accelerating, which is a surprise. I mean, it isn't exactly a low-riding vehicle, but it's hardly an off-roader as well, so for it to be accelerating for the water is yeah, pretty surprising. All the bumps and the jumps okay as well. This is doing far better than I was expecting it to. Probably one of the fastest vehicles that isn't an off-roader in terms of going through the water. And there we go, an incredibly quick time for a car of this type at 2 minutes 5 seconds .359, which means that it's not only faster than the Ford Transit Super Van, but it's also quicker than the Nissan Titan Warrior Concept, the Land Rover Series 3, and the Ford Shelby GT500, as well as the BMW X6M car, and only just a bit quicker than the Bentley Bentayga, and it's exact same time as the Bentley XP concept car. So yeah, that is incredibly surprising. Really wasn't expecting this to be all that great, because it is, like I said, and it is a van obviously, and it's quite old, and yeah, it certainly wasn't meant to be going either off-road or really rather quickly. I think it could barely do 100 mile an hour originally, so yeah, that's incredibly surprising, and I think it's slightly quicker than that Ford Transit, purely because that car was van was set up to be a bit sportier, so it's suspension, even though it was upgraded to off-road suspension, and it's means that the car was only lifted ever so slightly, whereas this has in normal suspension was quite high riding originally. So when we did put off-road suspension on it, it went up. It was ride height wise a lot higher than the Transit, so therefore it had better ground clearance. Was able to deal with the off-road elements better, and also the water incredibly well as well. So yeah, I think that's why it was slightly ahead of that Ford Transit. But yeah, nonetheless, still a cracking time on its own. And yeah, especially compared to more modern off-roaders, it's quicker than them as well. So that's a big surprise. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.